Director, are you a tyrant? Are you in a...
Bien sûr.
D'ailleurs, I read somewhere that you have a bad reputation for being temperamental on a movie set. Yeah, you said that. You said, I have a bad reputation for being temperamental. Justement, j'ai lu quelque part qu'il avait une très mauvaise réputation, la réputation d'être très colérique sur les films.
The most important thing, I'll give you, I worked, do you know who Ingrid Bergman is?
Vous savez qui est
Ingrid Bergman. I did a play by a French play called The Human Voice, La Voix Humaine. It's one woman on the phone for an hour, and I had Ingrid Bergman to work with. And at the first read-through, she was behaving badly, comme un enfant méchante. And I was a young director, I was only 30 ans. And finally I lost my temper with her. I said, Ingrid, you're behaving like a bad child. Now, just read the script and we'll discuss any changes later. And then afterwards, I left and I phoned the producer and said, I want out. He says, why? I said, I did the unforgivable. I yelled at my leading lady. I only have one actor and I yelled at her. I never yelled at actors. I yelled at crews, cameramen, but never actors. And he said, no, you can't leave now. Who am I going to get to direct it? And then later on, I spoke to and when I went back, and I worked with her, and we became good friends. But her husband was a Swiss, a huge, very wealthy Swiss, Scandinavian, Swedish man. And he said to me, Miss Ted, you are very clever. Vous êtes très sage, Ted. I said, why? He said, my wife, she was behaving very badly. He said, if you had let her get away with it, you would have been fired. But when she came home, she said, Ted yelled at me. He must know what he's doing. And that's the most important thing if you're working with stars. Don't think that they are confident. Nobody is secure. Nobody in the whole world is secure. And you must make them feel secure, that you know what you want, that you know what you're doing. And that was a very interesting lesson that I learned very young, très jeune, that you must, even no matter the biggest, Ingrid Bergman then was one of the biggest star in the world. And, but she still needed the confidence. After all, her reputation was in my hands. And she felt that time, and we got along fine. Sorry, too long.